Tiffany Steiner, Bakken BBQ.
Jackie Jenkin, Bakken BBQ.
Getting ready here for the Bakken BBQ just around the corner. We've got the co-founders with us. It is Tiffany Steiner, Jackie Jenkin. How are the two of you doing today?
Wonderful. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you for asking. So, like I say, we're less than a week away. Understand you guys are about to go into a couple of meetings to brief your squad, your volunteers, your committee. Let's get a little preview here. White hot information, not red hot, not yellow hot. So hot it's right in the middle white. So what do we got today?
Well, we're pretty excited. We are about a week and a half, I should say, from the Bakken BBQ, the 8th annual. This year it's a little different. Obviously, everything going on with COVID and that. But we're really excited to be able to have our events. We are down a few cookers, but we still have an amazing crew showing up today for the cooker meeting. And we think it's going to be a great turnout for the day.
You mentioned to me that a few of the cookers dropped out for just reasons of travel, reasons of oil prices, COVID concerns, whatever it might be. But then you mentioned that you've gotten more like big dollar donations than ever, which really surprised me. And that's why I wanted to bring it up, because I know it's tough to talk about sponsors and dollar amounts and that sort of thing. But when there's a downtick in like cookers, you saw an uptick in donations. Is that right?
Yeah, we have an amazing year for our donations. We have more Bakken $5,000 donations than we've ever had. ND Energy Services, JRA Rentals, ConocoPhillips, Bucks football team in Bismarck. Then we have Hurricane, North Country Oil, Screaming Eagle Energy, and Wyoming Casing Services.
And the exciting thing about a lot of these sponsors is they have reached out to us this year. And, we still have a lot of the original sponsors from the last couple years, but we also have a lot of new sponsors. So it's been pretty exciting just to meet and interact with these new companies and for them to get in this year, even with the price of oil.
Well, back at the turn of the calendar, I remember when this was kind of first starting out and then the COVID, March Madness, we were talking and you guys didn't know what to expect. There was a lot of unknowns. And so as this kind of plays out a little bit, you mentioned, the cookers are down a few, but that was after you hit record numbers. So that actually could have happened with the oil prices anyways. But to see the donations come in, and the potential for more donations at the event, to me, this has got to be a really terrific way, I guess, to look at what could have gone a lot of different ways, considering, like I said, all those different balls that were up in the air and there was no idea what was going to happen as we're, looking like a week away from the event.
Yeah, I was honestly a little nervous to see what was going to come from it. You just don't know what to expect with what's going on in the world right now. Are we going to have more companies back out last minute due to their company's concerns? Are we going to have as many people come from the community to support us? But I think with how we revamped our layout, we're pretty COVID friendly. And I think we will have a good turnout this year. I mean, even if we only raise $10,000 this year, it's still $10,000 toward a great nonprofit organization that they didn't have.
The other thing too is that this is an outdoor event, assuming that the weather holds. Giving an outdoor event makes people feel a little bit safer. Plus, there's already been a number of different events that people now have seen kind of how the logistics work and that these can happen. You can do large outdoor gatherings where people are safe and people are fine. In fact, they're talking about bringing back the NFL and a few other type of large venue things with fans, and those people are sitting less than 6 feet away a lot of cases. So when I kind of look at the overall of this, I think it's fantastic. It's still going on. I think it's a step in the right direction. I think it's going to raise a lot of money for kids that are going to have wishes granted. And let's talk about that, because that's really what this is about. It's about Make-A-Wish. It's about granting wishes. It's about the kids. I assume it's still Make-A-Wish. Did you guys change on me, or are we still Make-A-Wish here?
We are still Make-A-Wish North Dakota because we really love giving back to our community, to southwestern North Dakota, to our neighbors and to people that we know. And that's why we love the Bakken BBQ so much, because we can make a difference in our community.
So looking at the event, I'll start with Thursday night since I've kind of piggybacked and added that into the event, but I'm really looking forward to it. We have the mayor of Bismarck, former host of Energy Matters, Steve Bakken. He's going to talk a little bit about that civic side as far as what the oil and gas community or what the oil and gas industry does to build communities. And we're going to have Tiffany Steiner and Jackie Jenkin, the two we're talking with, talk about the community side. These two have single-handedly spearheaded a large barbecue that raised $100,000 last year. Yes, there are volunteers, but I said spearheaded. So somebody's got to get credit at the end of the day, and that's just one of the advantages and disadvantages of being in the position that you guys are in. Because, hey, the good times roll uphill and the bad times roll downhill. So,
it's true.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it's not glamorous being at the top. Trust me. And and then we're bringing in Patrick Bertagnolli. He's the community enhancement director in Watford City. He's doing a lot with the youth there and kind of some integration of some different community aspects with the government side of things in terms of building. So I'm really looking forward to it because that's the one thing that I noticed. For me, I'm not an oil and gas background. I'm ag. I grew up 5 hours away from the nearest oil well. I fell in love with the industry. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And the thing that gets me about the oil and gas industry is how they build communities. They really do. Now, Tiffany, I know you've grown up in the oil and gas community. Jackie, I don't know how long you've been there. I know at least 10 years.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about how you guys have seen the oil and gas industry build culture and community. And it's a really wide open question.
So I started in the oil and gas 10 years ago, and I was surprised at just coming into it, never knowing really anything about it. I kind of watched my family in and out of the oil field throughout the years and didn't know really what to think of it. But once I started, I was amazed by how generous and how amazing these companies are and supportive of our community. And it's not just our local companies, it's the companies from Denver, Texas, all over the country that are really supportive of events that are going on in South North Dakota in the Bakken. And it's just amazing to see. And, even throughout the years of all the ups and downs, we've still had lots of support. And, we don't always make the dollar amount we have in mind, but everything helps. And it's just amazing to work alongside and get to know these people and create these relationships.
I would also add to that, Jason, that a lot of people don't even know the full aspect of what oil companies can do for communities, because a lot of the times they don't put it out in the public that they do donate for certain things because they do love giving back to the community and they don't need that recognition. They do it because that's what they love and they want to build their communities for the children and for others to grow up into an oil community and hopefully potentially come work for them because they are such great companies to be with.
Wyoming recently went down to 0 rigs, and we were talking about that in the program. And the part that I brought up that the individuals I was talking to didn't realize was not only is this going to affect, the jobs and that whole supply chain of 100 workers per oil rig, but you're talking about now educational taxes getting impacted. You're talking about the local baseball teams probably not having uniforms anymore because the oil companies were picking that up and the service companies were donating to, the Little League concession stands. And it's those little things that I saw the oil and gas service companies and operators. And that's the part that I fell in love with. That was the part that I saw that, wow, they get it. They get it. Yeah, they might be making good money sometimes, but boy, they give back really. They work hard and play hard and give hard too. So that was, go ahead. Sorry.
All of our services for the Bakken BBQ, we get donated as well, and we cannot thank those companies enough. I know I called one today, short notice for next week to help us out, and they didn't hesitate at all to help us. And that truly, maybe they do have jobs and have to pull people off, but they're going to get our job done for us because that is what our community does. Our industry does that for the community.
And some of the companies that have backed out, they've even out to me or mention, hey, if you guys need help, our company can't be there, but we're going to be there. We're going to support your event because we just enjoy it so much.
Let's talk about the companies involved and then transition into kind of a preview of what's going on and what people can anticipate at the event. So I don't know if you've got the companies handy or the sponsors, but you named several, that there's some volunteers in terms of businesses that are donating, and just kind of take an opportunity to mention some of these sponsors and volunteers and people who are giving to the cause.
So our lineup for this year, I'm gonna name these companies off since we have 14 this year and they stuck through the thick and thin. So I think they need a little recognition. We have Dakota Services and Rentals, WPX Energy, G&G Garbage, Ion Field Services, Denny's Electric, and Extreme Underground, JRA Rentals, ND Energy Services and Tech Industries, Wyoming Casing, Went and Sons Oilfield Services, LLC, Hurricane and North Country Oil, and Screaming Eagle Energy, WellPro Inc., Elite Lift Power Solutions, and Bismarck Bucks Football. And I just cannot thank these companies enough for still taking the time to come out and support this event.
How about the event itself? We're looking at, from my memory serves me, live auctions and some kid events, that type of thing. Talk to me about, the event itself. What are you guys still planning on doing this year, and if there's any changes?
So the one thing we do want to talk about as well is we are taking COVID very seriously. We want to make sure we can do this event safely for our companies, for the volunteers, for Make-A-Wish, and for the participants that come. So because of the number of companies, we're able to spread those out so they will be farther apart from each other. We're also able to add more tables, so they're 6 to 10 feet apart as well. We will also have hand washing stations. We will have hand sanitizer on every table. We also will be selling hankies at the front door with the Bakken BBQ pig on it. He's pretty cute, so you probably want to buy one. But so just so people know, it's not something we didn't think about. We thought about this every step of the way, helping make sure this event is safe for people, because at the end of the day, we still need to raise money for Make-A-Wish, but we also want to keep everyone safe, and that's our main concern for everything. With that being said, we are still going to have a fun Bakken event. We're going to have the kitty corner. We're going to have face paint. I know Bucks is handing out footballs and T-shirts and tank tops. We still have Mavericks Bar providing all the alcohol. We have a DJ this year. The reason we chose the DJ is we wanted to go along with our beach themes. We want a lot of cool music with that. And this is the first year we're going to have bull riding. So I hope to see everyone on that bull and see how long you can stay on. Jason,
you said bull riding?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, we're really excited. We're selling some Bakken BBQ swag as well. So we're going to see if people are interested in buying that. But I think it's going to be great. Staring at our map right now, and it makes me pretty excited.
Are you guys still doing the live? Oh, go ahead.
It's pretty much like Christmas morning for Jackie and I. Maybe not for anyone else, but for us too, we wake up that morning, and it's like we wake up at 4 a.m. because we're so excited to get there.
How about the live auction? I didn't catch that, I guess. Is that still happening, or did that take a change this year?
Yep. So we still have the live auction going on. We have some prizes we're still working on with some of the companies that are trying to decide what they're doing. And we're going to have the hog hunt that we had last year. We're going to have a little mini Mack semi truck,
a grill.
So just a great list of prizes. And once we get those finalized, we'll get those posted on Facebook so everybody can kind of know what to expect. And then we also still have the raffle this year. And if anybody's looking for tickets, they can reach out to Tiffany and I on Facebook or at our Dakota Community Bank here in Dickinson, located on Bullard. And then we have all the excellent prizes that we've had the last couple of years: the Razor or the Ranger, a gun, beef, a grill, an awesome Yeti cooler. Tiffany and I ordered a 110 Yeti this year.
If you can carry it off the lot, good luck. You might need a backer pickup up to get it. It's heavy.
Those Yeti Coolers and the ones, the similar brands, I don't know, the whatever.
Arctic and
yeah, whatever. Exactly. Those are amazing. Like, and I do not throw that word around much, but I do travel a lot and I drive. I prefer to drive over flying, and now I got a dog I travel with, so I need a cooler. And I am just, it is like night and day. I felt so stupid for using a non-Yeti cooler my entire life, as long as I did, actually, because it was that much of a difference of keeping stuff cold and airtight and etc. So anyway, there's your plug for Yeti for the day. I felt stupid. Anyway, so okay, so what was the other thing? The hog hunt, the prizes, the razor.
Our raffle prizes have over $20,000 in prizes for $10. So I mean, it's a pretty simple buy, I feel.
Do you guys have a list of those, by the way?
They're on our Facebook.
Okay, I was going to find it or shoot it to me in an email if you have it in a nice little Word file or text document, because then I can copy and paste it on our social media pages, because those are some good prizes. And, I didn't even know that you guys were still doing the razor and everything. It's kind of, these great prizes have kind of fallen under the radar with all the COVID concerns and just the logistics of everything. And so it's which is a good thing, that we're not driven by materialism as much as I thought we were as a society. So that was a good thing. But you guys are still giving away the big prizes. So anyways, sorry, it's a little bit of existentialism here on the radio.
I can see, I've talked to a couple companies and I've seen kind of what they've been ordering for their, I shouldn't say giveaways, but their decorations, because it's a beach theme. So make sure you wear your flip-flops and a tank top, because there's going to be a bunch of beach balls and lays and all different grass skirts and all that kind of fun stuff. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun this year. And I know there's a certain company that's going to serve ice cream. And let me tell you, there's going to be more ice cream than I think people. So I hope everyone gets a couple ice cream cones in.
I sure hope somebody builds that lifeguard tower for the master of ceremonies, because that lifeguard tower would be so fun to have. But I'm just saying.
It with you, aren't you? I'm
sorry, what's that?
I said, Jason, I think you're going to bring it with you, aren't you?
Well, hopefully someone will just deliver it and drop it off. That's one of the, yeah, I'm not very good at my lifeguard building tools, but no, this is going to be a beach theme. I'll dress accordingly. It's going to be fun. And it's anything else that we need to know about the Bakken BBQ? Are you guys still accepting? Obviously, you take donations right up to the time, but is it too late for printed marketing materials? Are you still looking for auction items? How about swag or giveaways type of a thing? Use this time to kind of put a plea out there for things.
Yeah, we definitely will not turn down any donations or even cookers. If you want to come cook and you can get everything together within a week, by all means, come join us. We're going to really have a beach and good time this year. And I think it's going to be an event of the summer. Maybe the only event, but you know what? It's the event of the summer. So we're excited. We hope to see everyone out. And, I think it's going to definitely be a unique year.
Come have a beach and good time at the 8th Annual Bakken BBQ, Friday, August 21st, from 4 to 10 p.m. at the West River Ice Center in Dickinson, North Dakota. Kitty Corner, live auction, beverages provided by Mavericks, and music. This event will benefit Make-A-Wish North Dakota. Admission is $20 for adults, $10 for children 9 to 15, 8 and under are free. And for more information to sponsor or participate, please email bakkenbbq@hotmail.com.